What if I told you that not everyone who walks among us is truly alive? That some who wear human skin are nothing more than hollow shells, entities devoid of light, love, or conscience. This isn't a horror story. This is reality. Across ancient texts, spiritual traditions, and even modern psychology, there are warnings about beings who look human but lack the essence of humanity. They move through life as predators, feeding on the energy of the living, mimicking emotions they cannot feel, and leaving behind a trail of broken souls. Today, we unveil the 9 unmistakable signs of these soulless beings. Some may be lurking in your family, your workplace, even your inner circle. By the end of this video, you'll see them for what they truly are and learn how to protect yourself. If you're ready to pull back the veil on this chilling truth, stay with me. And if you're serious about uncovering hidden realities, subscribe now. We drop deep, eye-opening videos every week, content that most platforms won't dare touch. Don't just watch. Wake up. The nature of the soul, what makes us truly human. The soul is not just some vague spiritual concept. It's the living essence that separates a conscious being from a hollow shell. It's the part of you that aches at a sunset, that feels guilt after a lie, that seeks purpose beyond survival. The soul is the anchor of empathy, the spark of creativity, the pull towards something greater than yourself. Without it, a person is just a biological machine, functioning, but not truly alive. Every major spiritual tradition speaks of this inner light. The Hindus call it Atman, the Christians name it the divine spark, the Sufis describe it as the breath of the beloved. It's what connects us to the cosmos, to each other, and to the mystery beyond. A souled being wrestles with morality, seeks transcendence, and is capable of unconditional love. But a soulless being? They only imitate these things, like a puppet mimicking human gestures, without a hand guiding it. Imagine a person who laughs at jokes but feels no joy, who says, "I love you," but feels no warmth, who can argue philosophy, but has no inner dialogue with truth. This is the soulless being, a perfect simulacrum of life, but no life within. They are not evil in the grand, dramatic sense. They are empty. And emptiness, when it moves through the world, seeks only to fill itself, often by draining others. But how do you spot one? The signs are subtle, but once you see them, you can't unsee them. Sign 1. The eyes reveal the void. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, and they're right. When you look into the eyes of a soulless being, you won't find depth, you won't find warmth, you won't find life. Instead, you'll see a chilling emptiness, a flatness that feels alien. It's not about the color or shape, it's about the energy. A soulful gaze reflects emotion, presence, and connection. But the soulless? Their eyes are dead. No spark. No flicker of recognition. Just a hollow stare that leaves you unnerved, as if you're looking at a mannequin pretending to be human. Some describe it as a predator's gaze, calculating, detached, devoid of empathy. Others say it's like staring into a black hole, something that pulls rather than radiates. If you've ever locked eyes with someone and felt an instinctive dread, a voice in your gut screaming, "Run," this is why. Your subconscious knows before your mind catches up. The eyes don't lie. Sign 2. Emotional mimicry, the hollow performance. Watch how they feel. A soulless being doesn't experience emotions. They replicate them. Their laughter comes at all the wrong moments. Too loud, too sharp, like a recording played on command. Their sympathy is a cold, clinical script, devoid of genuine warmth. When others weep, they stare blankly. When others celebrate, they force a smile that never reaches their eyes. This is not shyness or social awkwardness. It's something deeper. They study human reactions like an actor memorizing lines, but there's no soul behind the performance. Ask yourself, when they say, "I love you," does it feel like truth or like an echo? When they apologize, is there remorse or just words designed to manipulate? The difference is subtle but crucial. Real emotion has weight. Theirs is just empty noise. Sign 3. The silence test, running from the void. Here's a powerful way to unmask them. SIT, in silence together. A soulful person can dwell in quietude, breathing with it and reflecting within it. But a soulless being? They will fidget. They will crack jokes abruptly. They will invent urgent tasks to escape the stillness. Because silence is a mirror, they see nothing in that mirror. A gaping void they'll do anything to avoid. This isn't mere discomfort with pauses. It's a spiritual panic. Noise, drama, chaos. These are their tools to drown out the terrifying absence within. Watch how they react when the room goes quiet. Do they settle into the moment, or do they look like a cornered animal? The answer tells you everything. Sign 4. The energy vampire effect. You felt it before, that inexplicable drain after interacting with certain people. Conversations leave you exhausted. Their presence makes the room feel heavier. This isn't imagination, it's energy theft. Soulless beings cannot generate their own light, so they siphon yours. Like parasites, they feed on attention, emotion, and chaos to fill their inner void. Notice the patterns. Do they thrive on drama? Manufacture crises? Leave people feeling confused or emotionally depleted? These are the red flags. A soulful connection leaves both parties nourished. But with the soulless, you'll always walk away feeling less than you were. Protect your energy. Their hunger is insatiable. Sign 5. The Shapeshifting Mask. No core, only camouflage. A soul has a constancy, an essence that remains true across time and situation. But the soulless? They are chameleons. Today, they mirror your beliefs. Tomorrow, they'll adopt someone else's. Their personality shifts based on who's watching. Their convictions change with the wind, and their life story gets rewritten to suit each new audience. This isn't growth or adaptability. It's the desperation of something with no center. They construct identities like costumes, discarding them when no longer useful. Ask yourself, who are they when no one is looking? The answer? Nothing. Just an endless hall of mirrors reflecting whatever you want to see. Sign 6. The absence of awe, blind to the sacred. True souls are humbled by a starry sky, shattered by beautiful music, awakened by acts of profound kindness. But the soulless? They stand before miracles and feel nothing. Birth, death, the turning of seasons, these are just events to them, not experiences. They may pretend to be moved, but their fascination is always with how things can be used, not cherished. This is why they chase power over purpose, possessions over meaning. The divine spark that makes life magical is simply missing in them. Watch how they react to true beauty. Do they pause in wonder? Or do their eyes glaze over with boredom? The soul recognizes its own reflection in the sacred. The hollow ones just look through it. Sign 7. The language of the lost. Words without roots. Listen closely to how they speak. Soulless beings traffic in cliches, borrowed philosophies, and rehearsed lines that sound deep but crumble under scrutiny. Their wisdom is secondhand, their passions are performative, and their convictions dissolve the moment you challenge them. They'll quote spiritual texts without understanding them, weaponize therapy terms to manipulate, and spin elaborate stories that always paint them as the hero or victim. But in quiet moments, their mask slips. Ask an unexpected question. Watch how their eyes dart as their mind scrambles for a script that fits. Real souls speak from depth. These beings speak from an empty well. Sign 8. The black hole of remorse. No shadow, no shame. Here's the chilling part. They never truly apologize. Oh, they'll say the words of cornered, but you'll feel the hollowness behind "I'm sorry." No guilt. No anguish over harm caused. Just annoyance at having to pretend. While a soul grows heavy with wrongdoing, these beings shrug off betrayal as casually as changing clothes. They'll gaslight, minimize, or rewrite history to avoid accountability. Why? Because remorse requires a conscience. And conscience is the voice of the soul, something they fundamentally lack. Sign 9. The bleeding effect. Their chaos infects your world. Final and most dangerous. Their presence poisons reality itself. Relationships around them implode. Families fracture. Friendships turn toxic. They leave psychological landmines everywhere they go, whispers that turn allies against each other, lies that rot trust from the inside. This isn't a coincidence. It's their nature. Like black holes distorting space-time, their void warps everything nearby. Healthy people grow sick. Bright minds grow doubtful. Loving hearts turn cold. And when you finally escape their orbit, you'll marvel at how the air itself feels lighter without them. How to identify them in your life? Look around you, right now. They may be closer than you think. The soulless don't announce themselves with horns and fangs. They wear the masks of coworkers, lovers, even family. Here's how to spot them in your orbit. 1. The relationship autopsy. Scan your past for connections that left you permanently drained. Not just difficult people. Those who made you question your sanity. The ones who love-bombed you, then vanished. Twisted your kindness into weakness. Left you feeling empty after every interaction. These are the psychic crime scenes where soulless beings feed. 2. The circle test. True souls create community. The soulless create cults of themselves. Notice who in your life turns people against each other, always centers themselves as the victim or hero, has a trail of crazy exes or toxic friends, but never takes accountability. If their world is littered with burned bridges, you've found your hollow one. 3. The crisis magnet. They don't just attract drama, they manufacture it. Watch for patterns, sudden emergencies when you're happy, illnesses that flare up during your triumphs, problems that only they can solve with your money/time/sanity. Their existence is a black hole, and your peace is what they consume. 4. The animal reaction. Dogs growl at them. Babies cry for no reason. Cats flee their presence. Animals see what most humans miss. If someone in your life consistently triggers animal unease, pay attention. 5. The gift of distance. Try this experiment. Go no contact for 30 days. Observe. Does your energy return? Do synchronicities increase? Does life inexplicably get easier? The universe removes obstacles when parasites are purged. Notice what changes when they're gone. Warning. If you're reading this with someone's face in mind, that's your soul sounding the alarm. They've already shown you who they are. Believe them. How to protect your light. Now that you see them, you must arm yourself, not with hatred, but with unbreakable awareness. These beings feed on 3 things: your attention, your emotions, and most of all, your doubt. Starve them of all 3. Trust your flesh, that primal unease you feel around them. It's not paranoia. It's ancestral wisdom. Your cells recognize predators before your mind rationalizes them away. The mirror shield. When they try to manipulate, reflect their words back with calm questions. Why would you say that? What do you mean by that? Soulless beings hate scrutiny. It exposes their hollow core. Salt the earth. Cut their energy supply. Stop explaining yourself. Stop reacting. Become boring to their drama. Gray rock their chaos until they seek easier prey elsewhere. Fortify your spirit. Daily grounding in nature, prayer, or creative flow rebuilds what they drain. Visualize roots of light anchoring you to something eternal that they cannot touch. Remember, you are not fighting them. You are guarding the sacred fire within you. These beings are spiritual wildfires. But your soul? It's the eternal flame no wind can extinguish. Bookmark this video, revisit it whenever you need confirmation. Share it only with those who've earned your trust. Tomorrow at sunrise, stand barefoot on the earth and declare, I am a soulful being. My light is non-negotiable. The war for consciousness isn't coming, it's here. And now you're armed. Like this video, the algorithm fights soulless content. Help us win by smashing like, subscribing, and ringing that bell. Comment your thoughts and experience below. Your engagement is spiritual warfare.